জেনেভা ক্যাম্পে বাবা মায়ের সাথে থাকতেন রুবেল ইসলাম। বাবা রিকশা চালালেও বাসাবাড়িতে ঝিয়ের কাজ করতেন মা মিনি। অভাবের সংসারে বাবা মাকে সহযোগিতা করতে রুবেলও কাজ শুরু করেন একটি টেইলার্সের দোকানে। 5 আগস্ট সকালে রুবেল বাড়ি থেকে বের হয়ে যোগ দেয় ছাত্র আন্দোলনে। এদিন পুলিশের গুলিতে গুলিবিদ্ধ হয়ে হাসপাতালে ভর্তি হয় রুবেল। 7 আগস্ট সকালে সিটি কেয়ার হাসপাতালে চিকিৎসাধীন অবস্থায় মারা যান তিনি। আগের দিন বোনের সাথে শেষ কথা হলেও পরদিন সন্ধ্যায় খবর পান গুলিবিদ্ধ হওয়ার। ফোনের ওই কথাই যেন ছিল তার সাথে শেষ কথা। মৃত্যুর ঘটনায় স্বৈরাচার শেখ হাসিনার দৃষ্টান্তমূলক শাস্তি চান স্বজনরা।
3টা বাজে আমি এটিকে শুনছি ফোনে সিটি কেয়ার হাসপাতালে আইসিসিতে 2 দিন ছিল। 5 তারিখে ভর্তি করা হয়েছে। 7 তারিখে সকালে
খুনি শেখ হাসিনার নির্দেশেই নাতির মৃত্যুর কারণ বলে মনে করেন দাদি। আর ভিটেমাটিহীন রুবেলের পরিবারকে প্রয়োজনীয় সহযোগিতার আহ্বান জানান প্রতিবেশীরা।
এখন সরকারের কাছে এইটা আপত্তি যে তার একটা কোনো ব্যবস্থা সরকার যদি করে দেয় তাহলে ভালো হয়।
সুধীজনরা বলছেন পুলিশের গুলিতে নিহত ও আহতদের পাশে দাঁড়াতে হবে রাষ্ট্রীয়ভাবে। তাহলেই সম্মান নিয়ে বেঁচে থাকতে পারবে নিহত ও আহতের পরিবারগুলো।
Bangladesh will continue its support for the state of Palestine and its people, says Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus, as Palestinian ambassador calls on him. Process to recruit new BGB police and Ansar personnel gets underway. More than 3,000 constables to be recruited by December this year. This year's celebration of Durga Puja, commencing on October the 9th, will be the finest one in comparison to previous years, hopes Home Advisor. Polythene bags have been banned in all super shops across the country from today, with a call for use of jute or cloth bags as alternative. Israel launches ground invasion of South Lebanon. 3 civilians killed in Israeli airstrikes in Syria's Damascus. And Bangladesh taste whitewash as India sweep easy win by 7 wickets in the second test in Kanpur. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shamim Khan welcoming you all to News at 10. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details. Ambassador of the State of Palestine, Yusuf Ramadan, paid a courtesy call on Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus at the State Guest House, Jamuna today. Issues of mutual interest, global support for the State of Palestine, genocide in Gaza, and tension in the Middle East were discussed in the meeting. Palestinian Ambassador Yusuf Ramadan appreciated the Chief Advisor's speech in the United Nations, saying it was timely and shed a much-needed spotlight on the Palestinian issue. You have called spade a spade, Ambassador Ramadan said. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus expressed Bangladesh's continued support for the state of Palestine and its people. He said Bangladesh will continue to support the cause of Palestinian people. Chief Advisor hoped they would get the desired independent statehood. The Palestine ambassador said some 60 Palestinian doctors who had received medical education in Bangladesh were now serving the patients in Gaza. He said 200 more Palestinian students were waiting to receive higher education in Bangladesh. The 79th session of the UN General Assembly was one of the most successful sessions in the history of Bangladesh. conference on Bangladesh's participation in the UN General Assembly led by Chief Advisor at the Foreign Ministry in Dhaka today. He said the interim government has taken various reform Bangladesh based on anti-discrimination and justice in the global arena. The foreign advisor said during his visit to New York, the chief advisor attended 12 meetings and 25 bilateral meetings along with the main meeting and side events. Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Jahangir Alam Chaudhry expressed hope that this year's Durga Puja will be celebrated in a more smooth and peaceful manner than the previous times. He was speaking at a press briefing after an advisory council meeting relating to law and order at the Secretariat today. The advisor said law enforcement agencies will ensure all kinds of necessary measures for overall security of puja mandaps. He also said that at the moment law and order situation is normal and it will improve further in the days to come. The Home Advisor said measures will be taken against the police members who are yet to join work. Recruitment in police, Ansar and BGV will be done soon, he added. At the press briefing, Labour and Employment Advisor Asif Mahmood Chaudhry Bhuiyan said the interim government gave 13 lakh taka to the family of the garment worker killed in the firing of miscreants in Australia. Better treatment will be ensured for the injured, he added. The government began the process to recruit new members of Bangladesh Police, BGB and Ansar forces. Home Advisor retired Lieutenant General Mohammad Jahangir Alim Chaudhry said due process has been initiated to meet the purpose of new recruitments. Media and Public Relations Division of Police Headquarters informed that the government will recruit more than 3,000 police constables in all 64 districts by December this year, maintaining highest level of transparency. Quoting the high-ranking police officials, Bangladesh Sangbad Sangstha reported the recruitment circulars have already been published in the main daily newspapers of the country. The main recruitment process will begin on December the 4th. The police authority said recruitment will be completed through a corruption-free process, maintaining full transparency. Polythene shopping bags have been banned in all super shops across the country from today. Later on November the 1st, the use of polythene bags will be banned in kitchen markets. The use of polythene shopping bags has been banned as the interim government has taken a strict stance against polythene bags which are harmful to the environment. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Sayyida Rizwana Hassan visited various super shops to monitor the boycott program of polythene shopping bags in super shops across metropolitan Dhaka. After the visit, Sayyida Rizwana Hassan urged the public to use alternatives to polythene shopping bags, stressing importance of stopping polythene usage to protect the environment. She called on the shoppers, sellers and general public to comply with the government's decision, effective from today, to introduce alternatives to polythene bags in superstores. Textiles and Jute Advisor retired Brigadier General M. Shakhawat Hussain said use of jute bags and sacks will be ensured in all places under the existing law from the 1st of November. The advisor urged people to use jute bags rather than polythene in the capital while visiting a super shop. This morning. The advisor said the golden fiber has lost its glory. Banning polythene is a milestone in environmental protection. This is a very urgent step to bring back the golden past of jute, he added. Fascist Awami League government approved different rail projects mainly to embezzle money during the last 15 years of its misrule. As a result, people did not get much sought-after service. Railways Secretary said the previous government did not conduct feasibility study properly. For this, huge amount of money has been wasted. Some of the projects were adopted in the interest of personal choice, political consideration and financing countries, which led to misappropriation of huge money. Required number of trains are not plying on the newly set up rail track due to mainly the lack of locomotives and compartments. Railways Secretary said some of the projects which will be of no use can be cancelled and cost will be reduced. Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival of Bengali Hindu community, will begin on the 9th of October with beginning of Maha Shoshti Puja on October the 9th. This year, Durga Puja will be celebrated at more than 32,600 puja mandaps across the country. The law enforcement agencies already started taking measures to ensure security of puja mandaps. This year, puja mandaps will be secured with multiple tiers of security. Various forces of law enforcement agencies, including RAP, will be deployed alongside police to ensure security. Besides, Bangladesh Puja Udjapon Porishad recruited volunteers to ensure security of puja mandaps. There is no place for communal forces in Bangladesh, irrespective of caste and religion. Countrymen hope that the upcoming Durga Puja will be celebrated in a festive and joyous atmosphere in the country with collective effort of all. Now, international news. Israel's ground invasion of Lebanon is underway. Israeli military sources said its troops had begun limited raids against Hezbollah targets in the border area. The military said in a statement that it had begun limited, localized and targeted ground raids based on precise intelligence against Hezbollah in southern Lebanon villages close to the border that posed an immediate threat to Israeli communities in northern Israel. It said the Air Force and artillery were supporting the ground forces with precise strikes. Local residents in the Lebanese border town of Aita al-Shab reported heavy shelling and the sound of helicopters and drones overhead. Flares were repeatedly launched over the Lebanese border town of Ramesh, lighting up the night sky. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant earlier said local council heads in northern Israel that the next phase of war along Lebanon's southern border would begin soon and would support the aim of bringing home the Israelis who fled Hezbollah targets during nearly a year of border warfare. The general debate of 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly concluded on Monday with UNGA President Philemon Yang calling on Israel, Hamas and Hezbollah to urgently conclude a ceasefire. In his concluding remarks, Yang said the world has seen an extremely dramatic escalation of violence between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon in the past few days, warning that escalation risk is causing war in the entire Middle East region. During the last day of general debate, many speakers denounced U.S. vice presidential contenders J.D. Vance and Tim Walz face off in what could be an unusually important undercard debate Tuesday as they compete for the decisive votes of the American heartland. The debate between Democrat Walz, the Minnesota governor chosen by Kamala Harris, and Republican Vance, the Ohio senator who is Donald Trump's running mate, is likely to be the last of the 2024 election. 3 people were killed and 15 others injured in a knife attack at a supermarket in Shanghai, the Chinese business capital, yesterday, state 7-year-old man, surnamed Lin, was detained by police who received a report of the incident at 9:47 p.m. local time, Xinhua said. Local authorities said an investigation is underway. Public stabbing incidents has risen over the years in China, with authorities often putting the blame on mental illness. Children at school are a common target. NASA's Curiosity rover amazed everyone with its never-before-seen discovery of crystals on Mars, sparking new questions about the planet's life support. NASA's Curiosity rover has been roaming Mars since 2012, helping scientists uncover the mysteries of the red planet. Recently, the rover discovered yellowish-green sulfur crystals on Mars' surface, marking the biggest discovery since its mission began. Curiosity had previously discovered sulfate samples on the planet, but finding pure sulfur was a game changer. Now weather. This a target of 95 runs set by Bangladesh. India scored 98 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 17 overs 2 balls. Earlier, Bangladesh started their 5th day's batting with overnight score of 26 runs for 2. The Tigers were all out for 146 runs in the second innings today. India declared the first innings at 285 runs for 9 wickets in reply to Bangladesh's 233 runs. The second and third day's play was abandoned due to rain. Yashasvi Jaiswal was adjudged man of the match. Ravichandran Ashwin was adjudged man of the series. And now to end the bulletin, a recap of the top stories. Bangladesh will continue its support for the state of Palestine and its people, says Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus, as Palestinian ambassador calls on him. Process to recruit new BJP police and Ansar personnel gets underway. More than 3,000 constables to be recruited by December this year. This year's celebration of Durga Puja, commencing on October the 9th, will be the finest one in comparison to previous years, hopes Home Advisor. Polythene bags have been banned in all super shops across the country from today, with a call for use of jute or cloth bags as alternative. Israel launches ground invasion of South Lebanon. 3 civilians killed in Israeli airstrikes in Syria's Damascus. And Bangladesh taste whitewash as India sweep easy win by 7 wickets in the second test in Kanpur. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you indeed for joining us, and we invite you to watch 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Allah Hafiz.